Welcome to TFT Gear. Today I'm doing a review of the Blue Ella headphones and Sadie headphones.
Hey, you're talking real loud again.
What? My name's Matt, and of course we got Luis behind the cameras. We're with the follow through. Today we're doing a review of the Blue Ella and Blue Sadie headphones. Now I started out with the Sadie headphones first, eventually replaced them with the Ella. My experience with the two models is pretty much the same, with the exception of two big differences that I'll get to later. Disclaimer up front though, by the time I recorded this video, Blue actually listed the Sadies as a legacy product. Now they have the MixFi model, which looks the same and it's about the same price, so maybe it sounds the same? I don't know, I've never heard them. But today I'm just going to talk about the Sadie and the Ellas, so let's get right into it. Both of them look really nice right out the gate, and they have a knob on the cable jack right here. You turn it once and it turns on an internal amplifier. You turn it a second time and it turns on an additional bass boost. This means you can listen at really high levels regardless of what device you're plugged into, which is good because it takes a lot of power to push these headphones, and some cell phones and smaller devices may not be able to do it. You can recharge the internal battery here with the USB port on the side, and when you open it up, it illuminates these blue glowing logos on the side. When you close it, it actually turns off the internal amplifier, and this is a great feature, otherwise you would be recharging the batteries every day. They're super comfortable, they have a ton of padding on the side and the top, and the unique design of the headband makes them fit really tightly up against your head. This gives them a lot of isolation. It's really good for a vocalist or a drummer that wants a really loud click track in their ears while you're recording in the studio. Actually, one of the main reasons I went with the Blue headphones was for the isolation. When COVID hit, my church, like so many others, started to focus really heavily on live streaming. And as a program director at my church, I needed something that I or my audio engineers could wear either in the sanctuary or in the adjacent control room that would cut out as much of the live sound as possible so we could hear what we were mixing for the live stream. And so far, they've worked really well for that. I have no complaints. Now let's talk about the first really big difference between the Sadie and Ella models, and that is, of course, the sound. The Sadies have a nice flat frequency response and sound quite pleasant. In fact, both models have a good amount of low end, even in the passive mode. But the Sadies have a more traditional dynamic driver, and the Ellas have a more mechanically precise magnetic planar drivers. Magnetic planar drivers are well known for having added clarity and faster dynamic response. And that definitely holds true in the Ellas. The Ellas have a clarity, especially in the mid-range, that is awesome. They expose things in my mix that I may not have even heard in my studio monitors. However, the one bad thing about the Ellas is there's a slight lack of high end. In fact, I find when I dial things in perfectly in the Ellas, it sounds harsh everywhere else. And also, when you turn on the amp on either model, it tends to make things sound a little bit more compressed in your ears, especially if you turn on that bass boost. And for that reason, when I'm doing critical listening, I only listen in passive mode. And now the second really big difference between the two models is the price. The Sadie or the MixFi you can find for anywhere from $300 to $400. But the Ellas are going to cost you a whopping $700. That's a lot of money to ask, especially for working musicians or audio engineers. Overall, both the Sadie and Ella are really comfortable and easy to wear for long periods of time. They both offer a lot of isolation and are really ideal for tracking in the studio or if you're getting a good headphone mix in a live environment. However, the lack of high end and the super high price tag on the Ellas keep me from recommending them wholeheartedly. I actually prefer the sound of the Sadies anyways. So if you're looking to get a really solid set of cans for your studio or for live use, the Blue Sadie headphones are a really strong contender. As always guys, thanks for watching, we really appreciate it. If you could, leave a comment down below, hit that like and subscribe button. If you have a pair of headphones you like better, let us know. If you want to check out more gear, you can click a link up here, or if you want to check out the Follow Through's music, we'll leave a link down here. So, till next time, we'll see you. What is that? think it's my saw blade. You want to go with the headphone gag?